Hello and welcome back to the Canaries Chat channel. We have another kind of update video around what's going on around the club, as well as the preview for the Swansea game. It's certainly been a few days to remember, not necessarily for the right reasons, and we'll get into that later down the line. But yeah, we thought we'd jump on because there's been a couple of updates, and obviously do the preview for the Swansea game, as well as my prediction and predicted lineup. So in regards to Norwich City, what's going on at the moment, they have confirmed that they will still be going ahead with the redevelopments and the moving of the city, the away fans. There is talks that I think they actually said that even if we get relegated, that will be something they'll be looking into, which is a very interesting comment considering they've been saying that our one focus should be getting top six, and now they're talking about if we get relegated. So worrying times there. There's talks as well that yellows will be taken out to create turnstiles for the away fans. So again, if you're kind of the upper, I call it the NMP, but upper NMP, a lot of kind of turnstiles are there, so I don't know if they'll have to change the layout so they're not kind of going in right next to each other. Who knows? But yeah, they have certainly doubled down. There's still been no communication from the aboves, whether that's Napa or the owners, around one, the development, and one, the current situation of the club and the direction that we're going, because we all know it's not going in a good direction at this point in time, is it? So yeah, a very tricky one, and we're kind of just left a little bit in silence. They released that statement, but I still think there needs to be an actual proper communication between them and fans. The evening did not go down well when they had their evening to explain it, and they seemed a little bit dismissive of the fans' opinions. So yeah, certainly choppy waters at Norwich at the moment. Just quickly, about 70% of the people watching this video are not subscribed. We've set a really audacious goal to try and hit 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year. If you want to come on that journey, you're enjoying the Norwich City content, click the subscribe button down below. And yeah, there was a one of the kind of for the history books days on X or Twitter after the loss to Derby. Shane Duffy came out and made some very choice words, shall we say, to a Norwich City fan on X, and has subsequently had to release a statement yesterday that, again, people also criticising, saying that it looks like he used AI to do it, saying that frustration's got the better of him, that they all want to kind of pull in the same direction, that he appreciates the fans, he appreciates kind of the passion from the fans. The tweets before that, I don't think necessarily reflected those. And I think it's now shown an even bigger divide between the fans and the players. Some fans actually are saying that fair play, at least he's shown a bit of passion behind the situation. And I think majority of fans were a little bit taken aback by the whole thing and wondering why a footballer who's meant to be one of the leaders in the changing room, one of the most experienced players that we have, is kind of letting fans' opinions online get to him. It's not to say that fans have the right to abuse anyone or anything like that, but the tweet that he did reply to, although directed at Liam Manning, it was not horrific. Like if someone said it to me, I wouldn't take it personally. So yeah, it's a very interesting time at Norwich. We've got everything happening in the higher ups, them not talking. We've got the full pressure building on Liam Manning, and that he should be sacked. And then you've got players arguing with fans. It is kind of the perfect storm for a relegation side, if we're all honest. And I think that's a genuinely worrying thought. I think a lot of fans are now thinking that way, that actually, I think I read somewhere that we need 13 or 14 wins realistically to stay up. I don't see where those wins come from at this point in time. So for me, yeah, it is worrying, and I think we have every right to be worried as a fan group that relegation is a genuine possibility. In regards to Liam Manning, he's still in a job, unsure how, personally. I think it's only going to get worse, especially if we lose away. He is coming into a home environment that is going to be extremely toxic in the next home game. A little few weird comments. He said the Derby game in the second half, we obviously, I feel like most people thought we played well the first half, although no killer instinct yet again. But he said the second half changed because Derby's manager changed a few bits. And to me, that's kind of admitting that the Derby manager got the better of you in that second half. And John Euston's kind of made a few changes, made his team change in regards to the way they're setting up against Norwich to get the result. And yeah, it was just a very odd comment to make. Like, obviously, they're going to make changes at half time. They're in a similar position to us, and that's his job to get results. So he's also in this position where people like myself, people on social media, are going to kind of look into every comment that he says, and maybe not necessarily buy into all of it. He's been told, supposedly Manning, that he's still the man to take us forward. And then in regards to the squad, we've got Forson return to training hopefully next week. Fitzgoran is in contention for Saturday against Swansea, which is a big kind of plus for me. And they're still too soon for Mahovo and Cresceni. And the big injury news is that Cernat, who went off injured against Derby, has done his ACL. He is out for the whole season. A player that unfortunately has failed to kick on this year. I thought we saw quite a lot of promising signs under Thorup, and I actually really liked the way that he played under Thorup. Ish just seemed to have stagnated since Manning's come in, whether we're not utilising him properly, whether he doesn't have the confidence. I thought it was going to be the year he could step up and fill the boots, not necessarily goal-wise, but of Sainz or someone like to try and propel the team forward if Sargent was unable to, and that just hasn't happened at all. So we've got Swansea on Saturday, sitting 16th and sitting 19th in the form table over the last 5 games. I think Sheehan took the job last year. I think when Williams was sacked kind of early last year, hasn't really made things stick this season. I think there was positive signs towards the end of last year. I think they went had a nice unbeaten streak last year as well. And yeah, nothing's really happening for him. Ida's not made the impact they probably wanted him to make as well. I've seen Swansea fans losing kind of faith and confidence in the team already. Again, I feel like they expect more. They're a club that should expect more in these situations, and unfortunately, that's just not happening. And yeah, I think they need a result against us. The pressure will definitely be on. We're coming in with terrible form, and Swansea will probably see us as an opportunity to springboard that season to get it back on track. And yeah, it could be a really interesting one. I think I'm not expecting the most amazing goal free flowing football between the two teams, but the stakes are high for both. I generally thought if Derby beat us that Manning would be gone. I would probably think the same again with Swansea, but who knows now if he's been told he's going to be the man taking us forward. Atanasio's are coming over, I believe, next week. So whether that's just to have contact with the club seems to have been telling kind of reporters there's no intention to move Liam Manning on soon. But with him coming over from America, is that a hint that potentially discussions might be had? Who knows? But yeah, with the lineup, I'm going unchanged from the Derby. I think Liam Manning will see the positives in the first half, which were decent. We had opportunities with Shorthow and stuff really early on. It's just killer instinct, and we did look a little bit fragile in places at the back. So I've gone unchanged. Vlad in goal, Stacey, Merdich, Darling, McLean left back, Topic, Matson, and then McCammer, Gibbs, Oscar, and Sarge. I think McCammer looked decent. He then got subbed off. He was booed for that substitution, Manning. And yeah, fans certainly made their feelings heard there. But I'm going to sadly go for a 1-0 win for Swansea. I can't see things changing. I look at that team, I still don't know where the killer kind of instinct comes from apart from Sarge, and the issue is we're not providing the best striker in the league with any service to provide that killer instinct. He's had to resort to dropping deep and shooting from 25 yards, which, although we can do, it's not a strong point. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to go with a 1-0 Swansea. As always, if you've enjoyed these videos, leave a like and subscribe. We'll be doing more Norwich City related content very, very soon. But apart from that, I hope everyone enjoys their evening and we'll see you very soon.